Hello and welcome back to another episode. So it has been a week. It's nothing new, nothing crazy. But to me, it feels like it's been like a month. I've been dying. Also, I forget. We decided. I think I was saying I probably wanted to do maybe Alien Cipher. Yeah, I think I kind of want to do Alien Cipher because just the extra cost of intel kind of sucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Grenadier is worthless because we're just gonna, get rid of him almost instantly. But yeah, I think the extra cost of intel is gonna kind of suck. I'll go ahead and do that.
Setting course for
But yeah, this week I had a midterm, a test, and a lab, all on the same day. I might add, and oh boy, it was brutal. Also, we're just gonna hop right into it.
And recover the assets. Menace 1-5. We've got a bead on the Advent data vault near your position. Be advised. Self-detonating charges are in place at the target. Move to disarm and extract the package before its contents are destroyed.
But yeah, so I spent the better part of last week. Essentially, what my routine was during the week. It was get up really early for morning class, go to class, come home, study, and probably just like perish a little bit. But I had a reasonable amount of time, I suppose. That's how I was able to, get an episode recorded last week. But when the weekend rolled around, my schedule very quickly became wake up, study, go to work, come home, study, go to sleep, rinse and repeat. And everyone was getting their class rings this week, and so work was like really busy because it's basically a college town where I live. And so, oh man, yeah, it was brutal. I was the only person there, so I had to basically do everything. And
an extremely well-equipped mechanized combat unit.
a robot.
We'll need to look for vulnerabilities if we're going to take that thing out.
That is going to make our lives substantially harder. But we will sort that out, I'm sure.
At your service.
But yeah, like Saturday, I was like, all right,
Patrol is moving.
ooh, and snakes. But yeah, I was like, I'm gonna come home, I'm gonna study. I got home, ate dinner, and immediately passed out on the couch. Like, I got zero studying done. Oh, I was so exhausted. I'm still exhausted, but I took my midterm Monday, got all my stuff done, and Tuesday, Wednesday, I did absolutely nothing of value. I basically just existed for 2 days straight, just to kind of decompress. And you know what I did for an absolute disgusting amount of time? I played RimWorld. For those of you who are familiar with it, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I've tried to play RimWorld 3 times. The first time I want to get in there and throw a sticky. That is the plan right now. Yeah, the first time I tried to play RimWorld, I played through like most of the tutorial and then stopped. The second time I beat the tutorial and started playing for like a couple in-game months and then stopped playing for no rhyme or reason. Well, this most recent time, I have put in an absolute disgusting amount of time. It is truly unfortunate how much time I've spent playing RimWorld in the last month, but it's only when I have free time. So on the rare occasion I get free time, it's spent playing that game. Which, side note, I don't know if anyone ever wants to see RimWorld content on this channel, but that is a possibility. Also, we do need to go... Oh, wait, we have to get in here. Surely this won't catch on fire, right?
Orders confirmed.
I'm gonna scoot over to here. But yeah, who knows? I could maybe make RimWorld content. I don't know how I'd do it, because I definitely wouldn't want to just do... Because I, like, XCOM is not... Like, I edit a lot, but not, like, you know, too much. RimWorld, I would definitely not want to do that, because there's a lot of just standing around watching my pawns ignore every order I give them. I don't know how I do that for getting spotted. Oh, boy. Oh, wait. We're chilling. Chilling like a villain. But, perfect. Less perfect. Let's hope the other guys down below didn't spot us. Weird angle. Can we, can we enter without being caught on fire? That's the move here. But, the other thing I spent my time doing was, also, we're just gonna go for it. It's like a 5% difference. But yeah, the other thing I spent my time doing this weekend, was... Or this weekend, my weekend, Tuesday, Wednesday, that's my weekend. Oh, we actually have to kill everyone. Alright, well, we know where some of them are, so that's something.
In short order.
But yeah, I spent like an hour watching the entire Ice 9 Kills what is it, music video chronology. I just watched like all the music videos in order to get like the whole story going on. Also, this is literally the worst case scenario right now because every single person is activated. Are we revealed in the car? We sure are. That is really not ideal. Alright, so we are definitely going to need to abuse our stickies here. Alright, let's pray you got a good throwing arm. That works perfectly for me. Let's just pray we have enough stickies. Alright, no. See, this is a pickle, as we can't actually see the thing. Okay, we can move to here. You don't have a claymore anyway, so I think you're a good candidate to shoot this. Loot destroyed, that's okay, because if we don't destroy the loot, we will be destroyed here in a second, so I think that is perfectly fine by me. We take this shot. Perfect. Deal with him. Alright, how many? We got 2 people left. We aren't killing both of them, I don't think. There's a non-zero chance we kill this guy, but... we need a spot where we can actually see him. Preferably in cover, because there's a very decent chance we're going to get revealed. Oh boy. Alright. There's a real chance we can crit. This should be fine. This will do. Because we can definitely kill the mech. If we can kill him, we're set. I need a crit. Come on, crit. That's a low roll. That's not ideal. You stayed concealed, though. That's good. Alright, so we can kill one of them. We actually probably should have used... No, we couldn't have. Okay. Well, the robot's the bigger concern, so... Scoot to here. Pop this man. Hopefully don't get lit on fire. I say, because he'll just shoot us with rockets. He'll just hit us with guaranteed damage. He might miss. There's a real chance he misses. Like so. I've forgotten about the snake. Do not shoot me. Oh, you rat. Okay, she missed. Alright, so let's get you out from this nonsense. And we can't pop conceal. Oh, it's because we're carrying an objective item. We could chuck a claymore over here. And if we can hit it, that's a kill on her. We can definitely secure this kill. That's no problem at all. problem we do have... Oh, now we get the 8. The problem we do have right now is the fact that we are kind of far away from the snake. So we don't have a tremendous amount of attacks. You can't even... You won't attack this turn. I don't think there's an angle in which you can see her. I mean... I guess technically we can. Okay, here's what we do. We throw a claymore, and we pray. Let's see, who was closest? Alright, you come to here. And can we blow up the claymore? This should kill her.
Status confirmed.
Okay.
All hostiles are down and the area is secure.
Alright, I think we were down to our last claymore there. I think we had one more.
If we keep this up, the aliens don't stand a chance, Commander.
Alright. I'm very appreciative of the fact that we are still dealing with very small numbers. Because that...
Considering
the fact that robots showed up could have really made our lives difficult.
Managed to exceed my expectations. Excellent work.
Alright, you Ying Chen. I appreciate your weapons demonstration. However, I'm going to respectfully ask you to get off my ship. Be gone. Alright. Well, let's continue scanning. What were we doing? Reduce contact cost would be... That's not... I did not mean to hit now. We were doing... I think we were getting supplies, right? Yeah, I think we were... No, we were getting the ammo and the grenades, but... yeah, let's go do that. I kind of want to figure out what we get from that. That sounds like an interesting little treat. A neat treat. 1 acid grenade and 1 red screen round. So that's actually another question. Editor me here. Yeah, so I'm going to just kind of skip over this part because here I more or less was just saying I wanted to know if you guys wanted me to download a mod so I could get utility slots on our soldiers so we can customize them more, or do you want me to stick to the challenge and just play no utility slots? Well, I kind of solved this solution or this problem later anyway in this episode. The short version is I realize we need Skulljacks to progress. I download a mod so we can get Skulljacks. I then realized there is a perk we can pick up that will give us a utility slot for our soldiers, and I go ahead and get rid of the mod. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip this part because like I said, I figured it out. We can just use the utility slot perk, and not all of our soldiers will be able to carry utility slot items, but some of them can, and at least one of them will be able to carry the Skulljack when we get it. Alright, so our power coil room is done. Oh, I was going to say, why can't we build anything? Because we don't have the supplies. I think we just leave that as is. Also, didn't we get... Alright, so we're waiting for rapid excavation. So let's not do anything right now. And then once that completes, we will instantly get the room below.
Quite fascinating.
Alright, very cool. Let's do this. Skip. And then let's excavate down here. Very cool. So these are probably like some of the more important rooms and some of the longer rooms to clear. So having that done now is pretty handy. We will start on here, and once we get some more important stuff, we will have access. Like the workshop will be nice. Or not the workshop, the other one, the thing where we build stuff that isn't like your traditional item. And then probably psionics, which I need to figure out what I'm going to do for psionics because... Oof. I think technically... Do we need a psionic soldier? You know, yeah, skip. We've seen these before. Ooh, then that's a problem I hadn't considered. Oh, hey, proving ground. Perfect.
And the Advent network tower itself.
Commander, if we're going to try to build this Skulljack that Tigan came up with, we're going to need a specialized
The Advent Stun Lancer was apparently outfitted with the...
So, let me consult my notes and see what we should do next. I just quickly went ahead and installed a mod. So what this mod is going to do is give us a utility item. Now, the reason I did this is because I just realized the fact that we can't skulljack any enemy with only Reapers. So theoretically, no. The answer to the question, can you beat this game using only Reapers? Apparently no. But we're gonna go ahead and do this. Now, I could also equip other things, and like I said, let me know if you guys want to see me use other items, but for the time being, for this episode, I won't. I will only use the Skulljack if I get around to making it. But yeah, we have that mod. We have the ability to use the Skulljack now, and if you guys want to see me use other items, I will go ahead and do that. But do we have enough to make the proving grounds? We do not. We need more money. Need more money, buddy. Alright, let's... Oh, man. Alright, well, it looks like we're gonna go do that. Also, is it just me or did it suddenly get really quiet? Alright, well, I'll sort this out in a minute.
Sky Ranger deployed.
While the game was loading, I was looking at a video. This guy was trying Grey Goose with mustard because someone told him to try it. And he had the reaction that you would probably expect. Bro did not seem to enjoy that one bit. What do we see? We see mutons. Perfect, actually. Okay, let me rephrase that. Perfect because we need to research them. Oh, I also need to boost the game audio because it is super quiet. I think it's because I minimized, or I guess I didn't minimize. I relaunched the game, but the game did not seem to like that very much. So that means I'm going to have to balance the audio after I finish recording, which is going to be fun. But back to what I was saying. Okay, this is way too loud, actually. Alright, so, yeah, Muton. We're gonna need to research them, so that's good. This is great. What's really bad, though, is the fact that there's a Muton. Because, as you see, it has 9 health, so we can't kill it with a Claymore. It has 2 armor, so that's gonna be rough. Oh, and we can't melee it, not that we could anyway, but the other problem is they carry grenades, and that can very quickly cause us a lot of grief. So we are going to have to figure out how we take this engagement. The easiest solution would be just stack 2 claymores on him and see what happens. However, that means we're burning 2 claymores on a single target, and I would prefer to avoid doing that if possible. Now, if it's only the Muton, we should be able to deal with that. Unlike this person. Rest in peace. That's what you get for wearing that vest. Alright, so we claymore and to shoot him in the face. That's the strat. That's fine. There we go. I say we can do that. It's a little more expensive than I would prefer, but it will weaken him. Now the question is, okay, I say, does it hurt? Wait. Oh, the other guy exploded. Oh, how wonderful. Okay, that actually... Wait, he dropped loot even though the other guy's the one. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Well, let's just pray that every Muton we find from now on is standing next to an explosive Advent soldier, because that will make our jobs substantially easier. However, I have a sneaking suspicion that's not going to be the case. Now, do we get revealed for helping civilians? That is a question I don't know the answer to. Let's move to here to find that one out. So, assuming it's not the faceless. Okay. And we stay concealed? Fantastic. I don't know why I always want to call the faceless flesh pounds. This is not killing floor. Now the problem is, if we do run into a faceless, we are going to be in quite a pickle. Alright, let's put you up in high ground. We can probably deal a decent amount of damage to these guys with another claymore. That is a favorite strategy.
Placing the weapon.
Man, I'm just thinking about how, like, I think the next playthrough of, or whenever I do it, oh wait, you're out of actions. But yeah, not having claymores is gonna make the next thing rough. I dread playing the Templar only challenge because that's gonna be a nightmare. Oh, can we get out of here without breaking a window? We sure can. And we can see the claymore from here. So this won't kill the mech. So he's going to be active. And he's going to sprint away. So we are going to have a real hard time pinning him down. That's a bad idea. Let's move to here.
I go where you tell me.
And that is why we did that. Okay, so that is a pickle. And the faceless is going to be a real trouble one because we can't kill it very easily and it regenerates. So I think the solution is us getting smacked around here in a hot second. That's basically our outcome. I don't think we can move faster than he can, so we are more than likely about to get absolutely slapped. Ender King, I'm sorry, but it looks like you are going to be in the hospital. Okay, well, where can we go? Oh. You could just shoot him, but that's not going to get a kill. And that leaves you exposed in case this guy decides to come back. But I don't want to reveal more people, but I mean, no matter what I do, someone's getting hit. So I guess we're just going to pull back on the off chance this matters. I say, in case this guy wants to come over here and shoot us, he's going to have a harder time doing so. Unless he shoots us with a missile. No, thank God. Okay. I thought he was going to just blind fire a missile at us. Alright, Ender King, you are about to get slapped. And it is going to suck. It is really going to suck. Because they hit hard. Youch. Okay, that was a good point. I probably should not have put him underneath Snow Dog, but, you know, whatever. Alright, so first things first, we need to deal with this guy. So let's scoot over here. Put you back in cover. I don't think you're in the hospital, because you didn't take very much damage. Alright, if we can roll another 5, we got him. The problem is we have to roll another 5, and there's a very real chance we're not going to do that. Oh, thank God. We actually... Oh, but we did have blood trails, so that does make our lives quite a bit easier. And then this should be an easy kill, because he's already injured. Alright. Do we want to grab another civilian? Surely there's not more faceless, right?
I am at your service.
Yes, I was gonna say, surely there are more. Alright, let's move you over there.
Moving to designated position.
Is there any chance you are close enough? Fantastic. That was like a little pinky toe within the range. Right. There's at least one more group of enemies somewhere. Let's hop back into concealment. And move up to here. Hopefully now I find a faceless. Fantastic. Let's go grab these two.
Good copy. Moving on target. Status confirmed. We've secured a civilian contact. I am trusting you. Acknowledged.
See, I'm concerned about the fact that I'm not seeing any advent, so I really don't want to push up too crazy. Find advent and then have a faceless pop up. So we would A, get revealed, and then B, probably get shot in the face.
I'll be swift.
I'm not gonna check these two yet. I could grab somebody, but I don't want to. Like I said, I would rather not get shot in the face. That's who we're looking for.
Got eyes on a hostile squad.
Alright, do you happen to have a claymore? You sure do. Where was the other guy?
Moving out.
Alright, perfect. Well, okay, the less perfect, but we'll make it work.
I am on the move.
Ooh, you do not have the bonus. But we should... Is this close enough? I mean, theoretically, we don't need cover. It's like we could just chuck a grenade over there, but this will be the one time... Oh, you don't have it either. Okay.
My life is in your
I think we just burned 2 claymores here. It is less risky than not doing that. Alright, claymore number 1. And then we don't have enough range. Ooh. That is rough. Alright, well, claymore number 2. We're only going to guarantee a kill on that guy, but you know what? I suppose it's better than not guaranteeing a kill. Oh my lord, the mech is almost fine. Well, they at least don't know where we are yet, so that's something. How do we handle this? Unfortunately,
moving as ordered.
it's gonna be a little tough.
I am on the move.
Whoop. Hoomst. Surely that didn't reveal us, right? No, that revealed him for some reason. Oh man, that sucks. That sucks royally. Alright, well, this might become a chain reaction of unpleasant encounters. Alright, so we're going to move you over here. And pray that we're not going to get missiled here in a hot second. Dude, I'm tempted to just let things stay where they're at. Because he doesn't have line of sight on anybody, so he probably won't get to do anything. This guy over here shouldn't be able to hit us with a rocket, and I think we're out of range of the faceless. Now, the problem with this plan is he runs this way, reveals him, he gets rocketed. We're not out of range of him. He runs over here, smacks him, another guy in the hospital. The problem is, though, if we shoot him, we are A, easy to blank, and B, not even guaranteed to get the kill. So I guess we're gonna Overwatch. Ooh, we didn't get revealed somehow. Oh, he's gonna smack the civilian. Honestly, that works for me. Unless he's not going to do either. Okay, that works for me even more. I'm surprised we're not revealed. This guy just didn't do anything, so that, again, works for me the best. Alright, so what is the plan? Ideally, we solve our issues with the claymore. Now, the problem is, 2 of our guys are right here, and we'll blow up the vehicle we're currently standing on. So I think a claymore might be out of the question. What we could do is have you... We probably want to move you, actually.
I will go.
Just scoot over. And then pop him. Pray he doesn't do that right there. Do that exact thing. That sucks. That really, really sucks. We stay concealed, though, so that's fine. I'll say this is another problem we're going to have is these priests, because we can't kill them in one turn. There's a lot of times they're going to stay alive, and if we get revealed, they're going to get a free shot on us. I'm just very thankful that Ender King did not get revealed, because otherwise he may have died. Okay, now for these two. They have a ton of health. So we can shoot him. Alright, we need 15 damage between everyone who's up. So how many people do we have up currently? We have 4 targets. So assuming we hit every shot, we should be able to theoretically hit 15 damage. The problem is I'm worried about this guy coming out and being a real nuisance. So let's scoot to here. So we're away from the priest. And then we shoot this man in the spine. Or what constitutes a spine for these things. Stay concealed, that's good. You, on the other hand, are unfortunately not going to stay concealed, because you are not concealed in the first place.
Confirmed.
We're going to abuse the Reaper's tiny, detection radius. And come over here and shoot this man, get a 5, perfect.
You can't handle me. I'm all out.
Unfortunate.
They've seen me.
Alright, then you should be able to finish him off. Come on. Perfect. Blood trail is the only thing keeping us from taking a hit here. Now here's the problem. We do have to worry about this priest, so I am going to move right next to him. On the off chance he reveals us, Overwatch. That's the dream here. He's not going to do that. He is going to reveal us. Surely he doesn't immediately get to shoot us. No, he's going to put us into stasis, which is honestly way better than the alternative. I actually don't mind that whatsoever. I can definitely work with being put into stasis. Ooh. You know what will be nice though? I'm pretty sure Templar get Blade Storm, so I will get to abuse that like crazy.
As long as there's even one Reaper left standing, you can bet
all right.
still in the fight.
Wait, are you not hospitalized? I think it's because our armor took the hit, not us. So I will gladly take that. Shrapnel would be pretty nice. Surprise, surprise, right? Alright, what do we get here? Needle, armor piercing could be very huge. Tactical rigging provides an additional utility slot. Okay, so that actually could be the way we get our whatchamadinger, our brain stabber. Kill with a claymore plus in shadow could be good. Silent killer, kill with a vector rifle do not increase the Reaper's chance to break out of shadow, but the chance to reveal still occurs. That could be useful too, but not right now. So I'm not going to pick a utility slot quite yet. What I think I'm going to do, get rid of the mod I just installed, then pick up this tactical rigging and see if it gives us a utility slot. And if it does, and we can put a skulljack there, then we're good. If not, then I still need that mod. For you, my friend. Oh, well, you could have gotten tactical rigging too, huh? Okay. Probably needle. +2 piercing would be really beneficial to us. I will grab tactical rigging on you and just see what happens, just because it was cheap. And then for you, again, we could do tactical rigging. We're going to grab shrapnel instead. We could pick up... I think we will pick up... oh, how fitting. I'll say it's our scout. I'm going to pick up tactical or target definition on you. Let me go see what this does for us. Oh, wait. Who got it? Oh, no. I forgot.
Today, Commander. Impressive.
I think it was you. Okay, that did give us an extra utility slot. Okay, so I think... Okay, I think we're fine then. Let me restart the game again. Be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and disabled the mod. And sure enough, it works. So we do have our utility slot, and this is good because this means we don't need a mod and we can still use the skulljack. So fantastic. This just means I wasted like 10 minutes of my time I found a mod, tested it, didn't work. Found a different mod, tested it, it did work. And then I had to get rid of it, so, you know. But we got it in the end, so that's all that matters. Alright, so in that case, I am going to come over to Pure Darkness, and I will promote you, and I think I will grab Tactical Rigging, because using utility items will be very nice. And then, I want Silent Killer, but I think Needle would benefit us more right now. I'm also tempted to pick up Hollow Target, but not right now. So this does give us the option to start using some of these. Blue screen rounds could be beneficial. As you saw, we are going to be dealing with robots, and they're going to be kind of a pain in my butt. So I think I will give Pure Darkness red screen rounds for the time being, and then Blanket will be carrying probably our acid grenade just on the off chance we need it, but you will more than likely be getting that swapped out with a whatchamadinger, a skulljack, once we have one available. Let's instead pivot to getting supplies. So we need supplies to build the proving ground. Ooh, but that means we do have the mutant autopsy available, so that's huge. That is not so good. I would love to knock out the Blacksite this episode, but I suppose I could just start doing that right now. I think I just saw...
The lab is currently idle. We're wasting valuable time and resources by not conducting
oh
any
god.
research.
Maybe we won't be doing...
Providing us with
Oh yeah, we did not do a research, did we? That is a good point, Tigan. Let's do... I guess let's start on the mutant autopsy, because we do need psionics at some point. But, well, I guess we probably should have done... Oh, can we change? No. It's 2 days. That's not that big of a deal. So I'd rather do this anyway. On the off chance we can use plasma grenades, that would be very handy for us. We could also make a stop over at the black market. That might be a valuable endeavor. Very cool. We have the intel. Let's see what it is. Immune to environmental hazards like poison, fire, and ice. Not the worst. Okay, so we can finally use some of these. That's nice. So I think what we do, move this to here, grab this, because right now our guys being tired is actually a huge problem. So I think grabbing this is going to be very beneficial to us. We can't use this now, so that's unfortunate. Let's grab increased intel. This will let us spread out quicker.
A new chance to disrupt the
Reduce avatar project progress might honestly be the move, because it's kind of getting higher up there. What are the odds of us getting captured if we apply some soldiers here? Soldiers, okay, so we at least won't get captured. If we're wounded, that's unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Who do we want? I guess we can just use BMAC, that's fine. Alright, go get him, gang. Alright, let's finish this up, get our supplies. 112 is actually not bad. And now that we have supplies, let's go start building the proving ground. Probably here, I imagine, is the way to go. The proving ground is expensive power-wise, if I remember correctly, and this just means it's going to be essentially free. Let's move you to here. Yeah, I think that's good. And now we go grab our supply drop. And once we have our soldiers alive and well, I think we hit the Blacksite facility. So plasma grenade's going to be huge. However, this is going to be in the proving ground, so we won't have that for a hot minute. Alright, this is instant. Cool. Battlefield medicine could be beneficial. So, blue screen protocol is useless because I think that's not for Reapers. New research available, Lyrium. I don't remember what that does for us. Oh, maybe this gives us the EMP. I don't remember. What do we want to hit? Because the Lyrium gets us to plasma weapons, I believe. Psionics, I think, is important. Let me check. All right, so I was actually looking at what we have available right now, and we could do the trooper autopsy, which will give us the battle scanner, which is not bad. The battle scanner is good. I just don't think we necessarily need it. The faceless will give us a mimic beacon, which again, it's not bad, just probably not what we are going for right now. Priest gives us the bubble that keeps us alive. Purifiers, I don't actually even remember what purifiers give us, but I feel like it's not all that important. I think it's like a fire grenade or something. I don't quite recall. Now, the two things we could look at besides the breakthrough. So we have psionics, which I was under the impression we needed to beat the game, but I guess that's only in the first game. So we don't actually need psionics, and I think we're going to skip it, because that's like what? Let's see. That is 10 days worth of research that we don't need to do. So I think we skip psionics, as we can't use it anyway. It's not like we can turn a Reaper into a Psi Soldier. So yeah, I think we skip psionics, and then that leaves us with Illyrium, which is 17 days, and this breakthrough, which is going to reduce the cost of an additional comm station upgrade, and I don't think I really care. However, resistance comms by... So, is that basically... Is that saying one of these things that we can build? Like a relay? I don't think it's a radio relay. What I think that is just an upgrade to our resistance comms here. Yeah, additional comms. So that's not really something I care about. So I think we're just going to hit Illyrium. It's going to take a while, but yeah, I mean, we might start getting plasma weapons by the end of this playthrough. That'd be kind of fun. Alright, let's continue getting our supplies, and hopefully our guys will be back in business. Alright, research, or that is done. Let's check on our guys, because we are recovering 20% faster now, I believe. So we actually have a pretty sizable high-rank team. Ender King is in the hospital, which is unfortunate, but you don't have a utility slot, so I think we can manage without you. I think we'll take Viper Bite in your stead, and I think we should still be good to go. So let's go hit the Blacksite facility before this episode ends.
Setting course for the West Asian Corridor.
Plus, this is going to be nice because our council mission or whatever is going to lower the advent progress, and this will lower it by a decent amount. We might just reset it, and that would actually be pretty handy. So we are going to have, we need to remember Pure Darkness is going to be good against dealing with robots, and then Ghost is going to have, or Blanket 113 is going to have our acid grenade. Is there really anything else we can carry? We could do that. This is the first time we could look at building items. So a flashbang, I'm a big flashbang fan. We could bring a med kit. That is not a bad idea either. Smoke grenades are a potential option. I don't think anything in here is going to be worth our time. Yeah, nothing here is worth our time. And then we could bring a vest. It actually might be worth building some vests, because we do have a vest slot. Increased soldier health. That can't hurt. How much? So that's 30. So that's going to be what? 150? Yeah, 150? 150 supplies. Now the question is, do we have 10 Advent Trooper corpses? Probably. Let's build some. Never mind, we don't have enough. Alright, that's fine. We'll build 3, and we'll put them on... I feel like you have the ability... Yeah, you have target definition. So we want to lead with you. So we're going to give you a vest. We need you to get close enough so you can actually use your acid, and then we need you to get close enough so you can use your red screen rounds. Everyone else can remain kind of in the background, just throwing claymores if needed. So let's hop into this.
Sky Ranger deployed.
Positions concealed.
Alright, so this is going to suck because this is going to be a long mission. Our evac is over here, so yeah, we have to make it all the way over here. So I know there'll probably be at least one pod in this building. Usually there's another pod around here, give or take. And then we might see 1 or 2 pods in this neck of the woods. Plus there's usually a turret on the roof. So if we're in concealment, turret on the roof isn't a big deal. If we're not, we're going to have to take it out. And then we have to deal with this, and then we have to go over here. So this is probably going to be one of our longer missions. And as I said in one of the previous episodes, longer missions are not what we want to be doing. Reapers do not excel with long missions, because we are going to run out of supplies very quickly. Speaking of, do we want to burn a claymore to deal with these guys and stay in concealment? I think the answer is yes. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and get eyes on those guys so we see them permanently. Everyone else can start scooting up.
Got it covered.
I do still want to keep cover just on the off chance they move towards us.
I can get there.
Yeah, I think we blow them up just to make sure we don't have to deal with them later. Because technically we don't have to kill them. But, you know, a dead sectoid is better than a living sectoid. Alright. Yes, you have the claymore, so let's... Could you throw it over here? Not quite. Let's scooch you up to about... Again, I suppose we don't need cover. Assuming we get the kill here.
Now we wait.
Alright, so yeah, we throw a claymore. You, my friend, are gonna go scouting for us. Alright, so we spot the building. Very cool. Like I said, usually there's one more pod we have to worry about over here, so I'm kind of hoping we can get lucky. There's the turret.
Stay clear of those turrets. We're still not entirely sure if they're fully automated or remotely triggered.
And then no other pod that we immediately see, so that is pretty nice. Can we see the claymore from here? We sure can. Fantastic. So let's move you up as far as we can get you. And then pop the thing. I'm saying this will kill both of them, so that's good. Let's scoot up in a way that doesn't break through a window. That'd be pretty cool. And then I guess scoot over to here. Alright. That's a pretty clean first couple turns. There's the other pod I was concerned about. 8 health on the average soldier now. Oof. Do we want to detour and take them out? We would need 2 people. Not a terrible idea, because the more we take out prematurely, or preemptively I should say, the less we have to worry about them later. So I think it is a good idea to go ahead and deal with these guys now. The issue being, we are going to be 2 claymores down. Alright, so that's those 3 dead. Now, the problem is also, this is why we're not getting that many corpses, because we keep blowing them all up. Alright, so we're 2 claymores down. We have 3 left. Also, does this reveal us coming here? I'd assume no. Let's find out. Surely they wouldn't, because that'd be stupid. Perfect, alright.
I'll be there soon.
Alright, let's regroup on this door. Everyone reload. I love that Reapers are like the stealthy one, and yet they get claymores. Like, I get it's like they're setting a trap kind of deal, like, and that makes sense. But you would think they would have some specialization for not blowing something up.
Give me a minute.
Alright, let's chill here.
I'll keep an eye on it.
And then this turn we will go inside. How much ammo do you have? 1 shot and then full ammo. Fantastic.
Moving out. The time for hiding is over. You heard the doctor. Secure that canister.
Alright, we found the goop. That's an easy kill, I think. Claymore plus shot to the face. That should deal with that guy.
Test subjects for some sort of weapon, perhaps.
Looks more like a refinery to me, Doctor.
Once we get our hands on that sample, we'll know for sure.
Is there any world in which you can throw your claymore this far? Not quite. Let's see, who still has a claymore and who has the shrapnel bonus? You do. Alright, perfect.
I go where you
Let's
tell
scoot you over here. And before we have you do this, we do want somebody
As you
over
order,
here
Commander.
where we can actually see the claymore. And the problem I'm thinking we're going to face here is we might not be able to do that. So instead, I think we're just going to group up over on this objective, or in this room, and probably try to pop them with a claymore next turn. Because we have a really awkward angle.
Solid copy.
Yeah, and then Viper Bite just keeps scooting forward. Get us a little bit more vision, and then we overwatch.
You will never
Hopefully they'll scoot slightly closer to us, but not close enough that they're going to spot us. So yeah, you can stop now. That's fine. Alright, well we can definitely see the claymore from here, that's for sure. Problem is, can we do this without blowing ourselves up?
Soon our prey will fall.
I bet bro just can't see that. Perfect. Alright, let's hope he doesn't run into one of us. He did not. Fantastic. Alright, let's hope we don't get revealed. Ooh, baby. That's close. Alright, fantastic. Now, unfortunately, we will get revealed once we pick up this objective, I'm pretty sure. Do we have a way out? We do have a way out over here, so I think we go secure our escape first before we grab the objective. So once again, Viper Bite's going to be sneaking on out for us. Pure Darkness can go over here. And then can we get into here without being lit on fire? That would be pretty cool. Alright, so this so far isn't quite as bad as I remember it being. But then again, we're also probably doing this a lot earlier than my typical runs. Alright, there's some more guys, and a lot of them. Oh my. Is there a way we can chuck a claymore right here and then have somebody shoot it? Can we have someone else throw the claymore, perhaps? I wish there was like an indicator that we could see it. This is probably good enough. And we can see it. Fantastic. And this might even open up the wall for us. Not quite. Oh, it did. Fantastic. Alright, well that gives us an easy out. Let's go scout.
Running. I must move quickly.
Alright, so I think that was actually
I understand.
substantially easier. Oh, wait, hold on. Doesn't a codex appear, though, here? I think a codex spawns, and I think we get revealed.
I have what you wanted.
Advent forces moving on our position.
In there. Shen, any readings?
No signs of radioactivity, no significant energy signatures of any kind. Whatever it is, it's safe to handle.
We've confirmed acquisition of the sample. Move to rendezvous at the extraction point. No point trying to hide now.
Alright, yeah, let's have you start boogieing on down this way. Now, the issue here is we can't actually just Overwatch blast these guys into infinity. Because we are all
Says I am to obey.
concealed.
To designated position.
That is one of the downsides to having nothing but Reapers. So we probably want to move into a position where you can attack from.
Overwatch.
What are we expecting here? It looked like a robot, a trooper, and what else? A purifier, I guess? Ooh, okay, well they shouldn't actually get a turn. I mean, they do sometimes get a turn. They fire instead of scampering, but theoretically, they won't just shoot us in the face.
Our flank is exposed.
And there's the Chosen. You are far too late, bud. I guess summon robots. I'll say, I guess we do want to look through here, but I don't think we're going to be here long enough for to care. Okay. Attacks decrease the will of any soldier within his sight. That's kind of brutal.
At the very least, you will die in honor.
Alright, well, you're across the map, so we kind of don't care.
Chosen is headed right for us. Keep your guard up and your eyes peeled.
If I remember correctly, the Long War mission usually makes you come all the way back to spawn, so us not having to do that actually is quite beneficial. However, we cannot make it to evac in one turn. We might be able to if we move you out of the way, but I don't think that's going to actually help us very much. So I think we do want to go ahead and fight here. So dealing with these two wouldn't be that difficult. Just dealing with these two. So you have... Yeah, Pure Darkness, you have the... you have both Needle and the red screen round, so you might be able to just kill them outright. Unfortunately, not quite. Alright, Snow Dog, you're coming back. We require assistance. I think... Oh, that improves our chance to hit. I didn't realize that. That's actually really handy. Perfect. Dang. I'll say we might be able to do this without claymores, and we could theoretically, but I don't like our odds very much. I am gonna throw acid at them though, just because we have it and it's funny. Yeah, here's the issue. So we could shoot him, but the chances of hitting him is like non-existent. So yeah, let's hit him with a claymore. That is definitely our strategy here. Alright, so that's them dealt with. I think that's also us officially out of claymores, which, again, thankfully, we were able to kind of blitz through here. However, we still can't actually escape this turn, so the Chosen might get kind of close. Which I'm not thrilled about. Let's get over here. Yeah, even with that, we still can't get over there. I kind of figured, but I also never realized how much of a movement speed bonus.
Things in the shadows, not the least of which is you, Reaper.
Sure thing, bud. I think she's still across the map, probably. Like, she spawned where? Somewhere like over in this neck of the woods. So she probably used all of her actions to get into the building. She's probably somewhere in here, if I had to guess. Probably on like this end of the building. I assume if we stayed here, we'd probably, well, I'd say probably see her, but she's invisible. But we are not going to stay here, as there is very little benefit to us staying here and fighting her. Alright, let's get out of here.
Heading home.
Avenger, this is Firebrand. Package is secure. All Xcom operatives are secure. Firebrand is returning to base.
Mission accomplished, Commander.
Alright.
We just hit Advent where it hurts.
Very cool. Oh, apparently we missed a pod, but that might include the turret, the Chosen, and if she summons something.
Something tells me the aliens won't take this lying down. Even now, our enemy lurks in the shadows.
That's actually really funny. That's very fitting.
Destroy all long as there's even one Reaper left standing. You can
Alright, that was still easier than I was expecting. I'm gonna be honest. So far, this challenge has been easier than I was anticipating, and it's entirely because of the claymores. I do think there's still a definite chance things are gonna get harder, and especially the final mission, because the final mission we're gonna have 6 claymores total probably, and a what's her face, our commander. So once we use those claymores, we're gonna be in a tough spot. We also have banish 6 times, so that's also an option. But all right, let's see, what do you get? Tactile rigging is pretty cool actually, so I think we do want to get more tactile rigging, especially since your whole shtick is smoke. So I want to give you a smoke grenade. Whether or not that'll be incredibly valuable is another question, but it is very fitting for like your character. Shredder. I think we might pick up Killzone fine. Ooh, 25 though. That's still rough. That's still pricey. You know, we could do Shredder and Needle. That might be a combo. Because Needle's just good. Having 2 armor pierce, that's just really good. But being able to pop through 2 pieces of armor and then shred some, that's pretty good, because anyone who fires next is going to get a pretty good chance at hitting or dealing a lot of damage.
We've recovered the apparent product of the Blacksite facility.
New objective added.
The aliens are relaying a form of encryption beyond anything we've ever encountered.
Not yet.
Much less theorized. We'll have to find a means of breaking the code.
I'll go ahead and bond our soldiers, I think, at the beginning of next episode, assuming I remember. But I think that's a pretty good spot to end this episode. We knocked out the Blacksite facility. We researched the captain and the muton. So those are 3 big things done this episode. So let me check real quick before I end this episode. What do we have left? Alright, so really the big things we have left is we need to get the Skulljack. Once we get the Skulljack, we're able to kill a Codex. Well, technically we need a Skulljack and an officer, but yeah, so we get the Skulljack from the Proving Ground, Skulljack and officer, which we should be able to do next episode. We just did the Blacksite vial, so now we have to research the vial. We need the Shadow Chamber, and then I think we just basically do, yeah, we kill the Codex, get its brain, do the encryption research, which will then let us get the stasis suit, which basically means we are on to the Avatar autopsy. And once we get the Avatar autopsy, we're basically at the home stretch. So I think we might be able to knock this series out in another episode, or not episode, in another like 2 to 3 episodes maybe. Probably not 2. I'm ballparking 3 episodes, because I think 2 episodes to get most of our research done, and the 3rd one to do the final mission. So I think we're actually on a pretty good pace to finish this pretty quickly. I think this might be my fastest playthrough yet, and it only involves skipping 90% of the research. But with all that being said, I think, like I said, this is a great place to end the episode. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.